every night, every practice, every trip.
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Now, here's Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
You try not to dwell on losses like that, but hey, you can't help it. Hopefully, they'll learn something from that defeat.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Carter outside, kicks to Levine. Over Morris. Levine can't hit. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Knocked loose. Zubac the pass to George. Pass to Morris. Over Levine. Morris, no good.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
Throw good, Levine. And for Levine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. That isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
And so Levine nails both of them.
Zach LaVine has all the physical tools and a skill set with an incredible high ceiling.
Beverly against White. And the pass to Leonard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, and the Bulls with another miss. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Leonard. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Levine kicks to White. Carter against Zubac. Carter dishes to Porter. Over Morris. Porter, no luck.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Pass to Zubac. Morris outside. Passes it to Beverly. Fires from deep. It's good from long range.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Looking to end the run. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
He feeds it to Morris. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the middle, here's Carter, and the layup's good off the glass.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, he said, frankly, their focus is getting stops. They know this team has a lot of offensive firepower. They can beat you in a number of ways, and they can score in a hurry. So the challenge is seeing if the defense can hold up all game long. Guys?
David, thank you as always. Greg, we'll see if they can come out and disrupt the other team's offensive flow.
Well, and to do that, it takes a concerted effort by all 5 guys. You can't afford breakdowns defensively.
Setting an aggressive physical tone early at the defensive end sounds like the right way to go.
Here's White after the Clippers pick up 2. With some arc, and the rejection by Zubac. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Paul George with the steal. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's Levine. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on George. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Throw good, Levine. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And so Levine nails both of them. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Bulls trail by 7. Over in the corner, White. Outside, Markkanen. He kicks it to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Off with the layup. Los Angeles leading by 7. Beverly wide open. Drops in the tray. Beverly's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Porter against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. To the paint. Here's Beverly.
Patrick Beverly is an irritant. You hate playing against him, love playing with him. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. He gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
And the Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Bulls trail by 10. White with it. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Great D that time from Leonard. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Now here's Porter. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. White the pass to Markkanen. Good on the three-point shot. Markkanen's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Chicago.
This is where Markkanen is lethal. Good balance off the catch, smooth mechanics, soft touch.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. The Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Dunn outside. Makes it off the glass.
Chris Dunn is shifty, does the most damage with the ball in his hands, and you see why.
Outside Williams. And there it is for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Dunn passes to Cornette. Pass to Satoransky. And he banks in the layup.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Williams against Satoransky. Williams kicks to Shamet. With the teardrop, Satoransky grabs the miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
The pass to Cornette. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Harrell. Over in the corner, Green. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And the Clippers lead by 10.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
They grab their own miss. Dunn up and in on the layup.
Strength, focus, hard head approach. Chris Dunn powering through contact.
Jackson passes to Harrell. On the wing, Williams. It's deflected. Dunn looking over the floor. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
One of the stronger point guards we have, Chris Dunn, often does his best work in the paint.
Here's Jackson. Got a piece of it. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Young's shot is off.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Here's Jackson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Chicago the other way. Here's Hutchison. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Satoransky kicks to Dunn. Here's Hutchison. Off target from outside. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Williams can't hit. Bulls trail by 6. Pass to Satoransky. Down low. And stolen by Harrell. Satoransky against Williams. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Going teardrop, Lou Williams, pulling out all the moves. He's got them.
Satoransky against Williams. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now Jackson. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shoots from 14, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Clippers leading by 6. Here's Williams. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The 3. That shot misses. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers, willing his team to a successful quarter performance. He seemed to stop at nothing to push the momentum. We'll return shortly. Story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Valentine. Chris Dunn is out there with Harrison. And it's Young, and it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
To me, Chris Dunn has all the tools to be really good. Has to cut down on the turnovers and has to keep working on that jump shot.
Williams gets the bucket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Here's Harrison, 5 to shoot. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Young.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
Now here's Valentine. Following the miss by Lou Williams. Good on the shot.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Clippers leading by 4. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Green. Now Shamet. Fires the 3. Harrison with the rebound. And it's Harrison with the ball for Chicago. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. It'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. In the corner, Shamet with it. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Bulls trail by 4. Pass to Harrison. Over Jackson. Green with the rebound.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Dunn kicks to Cornette. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Cornette's got 5.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Now the pass to Harrell. The dish now to Williams. And again, no good by the Clippers.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Cornette can't get it to go. LA's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Green. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Green's got his second bucket.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
Done against Jackson. AD that time from Harrell.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Jackson, that's good.
I mean, taking what the defense allows, Reggie can run the pick and roll in a variety of ways.
Harrison passes to Dunn. Over Green. Not as good in the Los Angeles Leads. Cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Dunn.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. Levine's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's White in for Chris Dunn.
Few guys play with Harrell's level of energy, and that gets him to the line with some frequency.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Chicago. And both free throws good for Harrell.
What I appreciate about Harrell is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
Now here is Carter. 17 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And it's Beverley missing. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors. Porter finds Markkanen. Levine feeling it out a bit. Pass to Porter. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come in fresh off the win against the Warriors.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Now here's Levine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Porter against Leonard. And it's Harrell missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Bounce pass from Beverley. Porter against Leonard. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Leonard's got 10.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
On the wing, Levine, defended by George. Here's Carter, and the rejection by Harrell. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 8-point game.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverley is a great shot blocker.
George. Offensive rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Zubac. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. He doesn't get the second one. Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverley, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. P.J. Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
First one falls for him.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
And the Bulls making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. And both free throws good for White. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Hutchison's shot is off.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now here's Levine. Following the miss by Marcus Morris, Levine kicks to White. Passes it to Markkanen. Now Satoransky, just 5 to shoot. Over Morris. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Here's George, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Chicago the foul.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And so he hits both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
White against Leonard. Outside White. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Clippers. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game in the postseason. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure how well suited they are for playoff basketball, but we will find out soon enough.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Here's Leonard. That ball is good for another field goal, his sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Pass to Satoransky from the arc. They get it back. Markkanen. That ball's off target. It's his third miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. And George, here we go. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
White dishes to LaVine. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
The question for Zach LaVine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
Markkanen against George. On the wing, Morris. He dishes it to Beverly. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Morris, no good.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Chicago, they had gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw missing. Williams, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And the Bulls making a change also. Young's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Clippers now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Williams scanning the floor. Leonard the pass to Williams. Five on the clock. Zubac finds Williams. Nice D from LaVine.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Young, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Lou Williams. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
First free throw is good. So, for the Clippers, Landry Shamet's checked in for Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Then for the Bulls, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison, and it's Shaquille Harrison in for Levine. All free throws good from Thaddeus Young. Clippers leading by 9.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
But they get it back. Zubac kicks to Shamet. Back to Zubac. 6 to shoot. Shamet up top. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Now, here is Young. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
You know what Kawhi brings to the table defensively. He can switch 1 through 5.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Now here's Levine. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Leonard on the wing, defended by Carter. Leonard draws the double, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Lauri Markkanen. The Clippers have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. That free throw, no good. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. You know, Smitty, you watch Markkanen. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Leonard after the made shot from Zach LaVine.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball, very sparing with his turnovers.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
That free throw good from Leonard. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Leonard hits them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 13. The pass to Porter. Launches a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
When you talk about the best 3-and-D guys in the league, Porter's a climber on that list.
George against LaVine. 14 feet away. Count it. Good. George has got 11 points.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Outside Carter. They get it again. Here's Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Porter mixing it up inside, drawing the foul.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
No good on that one. And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at his best.
And he can't hit the second.
You know, he was a late bloomer coming out of high school. Otto Porter has really worked on his body and his shot mechanics.
Morris with the bucket.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
LaVine dishes to Porter. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Out to the wing. Corner shot. Markkanen can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 14. Beverly for three. Porter pulls it in.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And that one, good. And it's 7 points for Lauri Markkanen.
There's always been a level of savvy to Porter's game. Beautiful pass.
And here is Zubac. He's got 7. And the Clippers making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. On the wing, Morris pulls up from the corner. That one, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Harrell against White. To the inside. Markkanen. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside, here's George. And George with the stuff.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here is Carter. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
And for a big guy, Harrell's quick off his feet. He can block shots inside and on the perimeter.
Pass to George. Carter pulls it in.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
On the wing, Levine. Left side, Markkanen. And again, Chicago. No good. Clippers leading by 14. Here's George. And some very quick points for him on that possession. George has got 15 points.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Here's White. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. He has 5. The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Passes to Leonard. Back to Beverly. And stolen by White. Pass to Levine. Carter outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
The Bulls have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Green's checked in. Carter hits them both.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Dunn. Porter with it. Now Green defending. Porter passes to Levine. A floater. He gets it in there. Levine's got 12 in the game.
That's off contact. Really good body control. You like to see Zach playing physical.
Beverly finds Leonard. Over Porter, and Leonard gets it to go. 16 points for him.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here's Porter. The Clippers grab the miss. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
I mean, a dunk machine dating back to high school. Montrezl Harrell is an absolute monster around the rim.
Williams comes in for George, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a change for the Bulls. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Markkanen. Levine wide open, and the Bulls with another miss. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson finds Williams. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Chicago also making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's Harrison in for Zach LaVine. Now here's Harrell. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. The offensive rebound. They swipe it. Here's Harrison. Here's Young, and Young slams it home.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And it's the Clippers with the ball after the Bulls pick up 2. Now, here's Shamet. Not a lot of room. Poked loose.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
The drive by Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
Dunn kicks to Harrison. There's the pass to Young. Dunn outside. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harrison. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside Jackson. Here's Harrison. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Hutchison. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in.
1 shot.
Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Here's Shamet. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's Cornett. He's got 5. Pass to Harrison. Over Williams. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Harrison.
Working in that mid-range area, the analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. "14 feet away, and they pick up 2. Williams has got 10 points.
He is so comfortable in this area, something Williams relies on, the mid-range.
Satoransky, the pass to Cornett. Dishes it to Young. And again, Chicago turns it over. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Harrell.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Now here's Williams. 10 points for him. Lets a floater go. He takes it up and lays it in. 12 points for him.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Passes it to Satoransky. Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Here's Harrison. He averages about 5 points a game. Sinks the triple. Cornette's got his third basket of the night.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Clippers leading by 10. Pass to Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
That's good from Williams.
Lou Williams has been a weapon off the bench for so long, and he has won Sixth Man of the Year multiple times.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. And Williams drops them both. And for Lou Williams, he is just instant offense when you bring him Smitty into the game.
And a lot of that is just his mindset. Lou Williams, once he's checked in, he is attacking at every given opportunity. Not everyone can be successful off the bench, but Lou Williams has made a career of it.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Young.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Jackson dishes to Williams. A floater. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 with a three-point shot since coming out of the break. The pass to Harrison. Feeds it to Young. Over Williams. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Thaddeus Young. Los Angeles has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Williams with the ball. He's got 14. Takes a three. Another miss by Williams. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Valentine. So the Bulls 5 right now. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White is out there with Thomas Satoransky. And it's Valentine in at the small forward position. Now, here's Valentine. 6 on the shot clock. And it's White missing. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered closely.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Here's White. Pass to Satoransky. Over Jackson, trying to get open as Carter. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Los Angeles leading by 10. Shamet, the pass to Jackson. Outside Williams. Teardrop shot. Satoransky grabs the miss. Satoransky's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's White. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Right wing. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Harrell kicks to Williams. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. That one is off. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. The Bulls also changing it up. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Satoransky. He hits the second from the line. Bulls trail by 8. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are. Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Harrell. And both free throws good for Harrell. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. White dishes to Levine, and there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Left side, Markkanen. Porter against Leonard. Outside, White. Clock at 6. And the Bulls, another 3.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now, here's Beverley. Outside, George. Ring shot on the way. Offensive rebound, Zubac. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
White the pass to Carter. Outside, Levine. Doesn't go for him. George with the defensive effort. Pull-up jumper, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. And it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Here's George. Oh, the power on that throw down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Chicago calls timeout. Updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Jim Boylan's huddle. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Now, here's Porter. Shoots over Leonard. And again, no good by Chicago.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Beverly against White. Outside, Porter. Kicks it out to Markkanen. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Los Angeles leading by 13. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's the Clippers with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points, and he makes that one. 19 points for Paul George.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now here's Levine. Porter trying to free himself up, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Now Beverly. High arcing shot. Offensive rebound. Here's George. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting. Bulls trail by 17. Outside, Levine. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Stolen by Levine. And here's the fast break. On the wing, Porter gets the three-pointer to fall.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Levine against George. Stolen by George. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
Now here is Carter. And he gets the bucket.
A crafty scorer near the rim. Wendell Carter challenging the defense and prevailing.
George against Levine. And George, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Paul George. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Morris is checked in for Harrell. And both free throws good for Paul George. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. It's an 18-point game. Kicks it to Markkanen. Back to White for the three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Levine against George. It's deflected. White against George. White left side. Carter outside. 5 on the clock. Levine with it. Guarded now by Morris. Levine can't hit.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Bulls trail by 21. Outside, Levine. Got a piece of it. Carter outside. Back to Levine. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Now here's Beverly. Down low. Here's George. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. George has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Outside, Markkanen. Off target from three-point range.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1-3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Levine. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And Levine, here we go. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Zach LaVine.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles. And all we want to talk about, if we're coaches and executives and players, are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
Now here's Levine. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Clippers leading by 23. Outside Williams. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. how has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
Now here's LaVine. It's stolen by Morris. And here is Williams. Outside Leonard fires the three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got his third assist on the night. Chicago has gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Outside LaVine. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
Leonard, no luck.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, LaVine. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And, Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I will say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
4 on the clock. Chicago grabs the miss. LaVine kicks to Dunn. So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.